Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching this video. My name is Martin Zelenay, and I am the project manager in a company called BISCOM, which is partner of the Bright project, and we are located in Slovakia. Our focus is development of automation, Industry 4.0 tools, softwares, and also the manufacturing lines and prototypes. And in this video, we will present you a tutorial on creation of objects and models through augmented reality.
To create a 3D preview in augmented reality, we need 3D objects. We can get this through scanning or modeling of the objects. Here we can see the scanning of an arm. We can also model an object in software called SolidWorks. Step by step. If we have the object as a 3D object, we need to import them into a program where we're going to optimize these. That means if we have vertex files, we can create animation in Blender software. This is a simple process where we import the model, we can change the materials or specifications of the object. We will switch to view specifically color palette of this object. We have different axes, and here is the timeline where we can create individual frames. We will set the starting and ending of the timeline. On the first second of timeline, we will create a first frame of the rotation through axis Y. We will press the key button I, and we will fix this position. We will move to the frame 160, and again we will fix the position, and then moving to the last one, we will fix the position. We have reverted this backwards, and this is how it looks if we play it. If we are unsatisfied with specific frame, we can remove it with delete key, and we can replace it. We need to rotate the object according to the axis Z, and we can fix it again at this position on the timeline. Here is preview of another object where we created another animation. This is animation of rotation, but we can also create more complex animations Here we can see animation of rotation of object, very simple one. Once we have the objects created, we need to save them and export them into GLB file for Android. Here in Blender you can see how easily it can be done. Or we can use the USDZ format, which is for iOS. We can find the online converter for such. And here is the preview of online converter to UDSZ file. Once we have the individual models and we have a web interface which was created using this code. Here we have documentation and examples. This documentation is related to the specific model viewer. And we can utilize this editor where we can test this. There are some examples from where we can get an inspiration. If we have the code, we need to publish it. Either this could be a web server or it could be a code sandbox where we will publish our code. It's free. It only requires registration. Here we can see specific environment where we have index, which is a main site. Through this we can redirect to other sub-models. Here is the main index site. As you can see, it contains the models. For example, here we can click on the first object and the subsite of the first object contains individual code as well. The code will be displayed in augmented reality, either Android or iOS. If we click it, we can rotate it. If we open this object on iOS or Android, we can see this in augmented reality. After clicking the object, from the main site, we can redirect to the subsite of the specific model and see the rotation of the model. It is being played. We can rotate the object, we can move in, zoom in and zoom out. Here are the examples of individual objects. Once we have the site with the subsites of individual models, we can generate the QR codes of the subsites. For such, we can use QR code generator, and we can just take the subsite and generate the QR code. And the specific QR code will be added to the main site. Once we download this generated QR code and add it to the main site, the object can be displayed in preview mode. We can select either AR, we have functions such as zoom, scale, rotation. If we switch to model GLB, this is a preview once the QR code is scanned. We have a 3D preview. This is preview from iOS. Our object will be loaded up. We can move it. We can see the automatic playthrough of animation. It's in the loop, as you can see. We can resize the object, make it smaller or bigger, and move it. We can also go back to the preview of the object out of the augmented reality. We can see details of what the object consists of after zooming in. We can also easily switch back to the AR view by clicking AR button on the menu. Now you can select and scan individual QR codes of individual objects through your phone. Thank you.